Data has been integral in our growth as a staff because I think a lot of times we look at students, we look at what we're doing, we kind of move along, and it's easy to make assumptions. So it's easy to think, well, gosh, our kids are doing great, or all of our kids, we can lump kids into one giant category. It's pretty typical that a school like Mount Baker, the test scores will improve, and at some point they're going to plateau. What that tells us is that we need to go deeper, and we need to go to a more specific level, student by student. A data carousel is a process that involves all of the staff. The leadership team chooses the most important data for us to look at, and then the staff actually walks through and looks at the data displayed on charts, and they write narrative statements that tell exactly what the data says. And then we look at the strengths and the concerns, and then other questions that we need to ask from more data.
07 bilingual students were at like 5% meeting standard, and in 08 they went down.
I hate to see that.
I don't know if that's the same.
I believe it.
Across the board. Yeah.
There are a couple of ways that we use data carousels to inform instruction. One is to get a global picture of how our students are doing in general, and then to provide data for teachers and staff members to look at that gets into the more fine nuances of how students are doing.
Because every year we do a data carousel, so we take all our test data, we put it up on the posters with all the information, grades, and by strands. So we were looking at a specific strands of probability and statistics, and we were really looking at the statistical part. So we had narrowed it down specifically, and then you just look at your test results.
Let the gap stay the same.
Through our data carousel process, we determined that our math scores were flat and that we needed to find out why. So we dug deeper into that data, and the math team then determined that the area of statistics was a very weak area that we could do something about.
What we had to decide was, we can't do this all on our own. And we know that we had a good support from our team, not only our math team, but our school team, that we knew that we could count on them to help in some way.
So our leadership team had an aha that actually if we were able to incorporate that across the curriculum, that would really support our students' learning. The math team collaborated with the content teams and provided themselves as a resource. They did some coaching, and consequently, there were a lot of really creative ways that teachers integrated mean, median, mode, and range into their teaching. They wove those into science and into reading, language arts. If you would be willing to incorporate or integrate these statistics in your curriculum, we could really make a difference, we believe. So teachers were open and receptive to go into our classrooms and integrate those strategies.
We only do writing in language arts class, right, guys? Wait a minute, this is language arts class, so aren't we supposed to just do writing? This is where I just want to give you